Welcome to Bytes, Bolts, and beyond. Caravan travel, Aussie adventures, and everything that keeps us moving. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Lap of Oz. We're rolling through the wild Kimberley in Western Australia, and today we're parked up in the remote town of Derby, famous for having some of the biggest tidal movements on the planet. Couldn't wait to check out the iconic Derby Jetty. This place is a must-do on any Kimberley road trip. We decided to experience it at both extremes, low tide and high tide. Trust me, the difference is mind-blowing. We arrived at low tide as we walked along the unusual horseshoe-shaped jetty. The view was almost otherworldly. Vast stretches of exposed mudflats stretched out for kilometres in every direction, with the water completely gone. The jetty's huge pylons stood tall and exposed, looking like giant stilts marching out into nowhere. It felt like we were standing on the edge of another planet. We launched the drone for some aerial footage, and wow, from the air you really get the scale of it. The mudflats look endless, carved with little creeks and dotted with birds picking through the shallows. It's hard to believe that in just a few hours all of this will be under 10 to 12 meters of water. So later that day, we came back as the tide started rushing in. The transformation was unreal. What was dry land just hours earlier was now disappearing under a fast-moving wall of water. We sent the drone up again, this time capturing the incoming tide swirling around the pylons and flooding the flats. The contrast between the two drone shots back to back is one of the coolest things we've filmed so far on this trip. Once the tide was properly in and the water had calmed, we grabbed the fishing rods. Something special about casting a line off that jetty with the late afternoon light hitting the water. We weren't chasing anything massive, just enjoying the simple pleasure of fishing in one of Australia's most remote and beautiful spots. The locals were out doing the same, swapping stories and tips as the sun began its descent. And then the sunset. Derby, Derby, Derby Jetty is legendary for its sunsets, and it did not disappoint. We captured that golden hour glow as the sky turned orange and pink over King Sound. The water reflected every colour while a few final boats made their way back to the ramp. It was one of those perfect, peaceful Kimberley evenings where time just slows down. If you're doing the big lap or a Kimberley adventure in your caravan or camper, make sure you time your visit to Derby Jetty for both low and high tide. It's the only way to truly appreciate the power of those massive tides. Throw a line in at high tide, bring your drone for the aerial perspective, and stay for the sunset. You won't regret it. Loving every kilometre of this lap of Oz, the Kimberley continues to deliver those jaw-dropping moments that make the long drives and dusty roads totally worth it. If you've been to Derby Jetty, drop a comment and let us know. Did you see it at low tide, high tide, or both? And what was your best catch off the jetty? Thanks for watching. Hit like if you're enjoying the journey, and we'll see you in the next one as we keep pushing further around this incredible country. Safe travels out there.